Hi Dr. Zhang, this is Kyle Fisher with lab number 9, Reading an Optical Sensor, where you want us to build a photocell lab with an analog read. And you also want us to divide our light intensity picked up by this photocell into 5 levels. It's fairly similar to lab 8, however I'm actually doing these out of order, so I am predicting that this code is going to be very similar to what I'll make in a few minutes for lab number 8. For this code, I'm reusing the liquid crystal library I used previously, and I also found a LCD bar graph library. I've noticed that this library prefers most of my variables to be in a byte instead of an integer. Not really sure what's up with that, but it works, so it is what it is. Here I declared that I have 16 columns in my LCD. I set up a sensor pin, which for this lab is the photocell, and in the next lab I'm going to reuse this code and make it my potentiometer. L1 to L4 are my LEDs for the section where you want us to light up LEDs for the light control. And as before when I used the used the LCD, I didn't want to add in a potentiometer for contrast. This is a different LCD than before. I noticed it looks nice with a contrast of 13. Here I am declaring the display, and I also had to declare the bar graph. In my setup function, I set up all 4 of my LEDs as outputs, initialize my LCD screen, and begin a serial connection. To map the values, I created an analog read of that sensor pin called mapped pin. I noticed that my photocell ranged from about 0 to 900, 950. I just called it 900. And I mapped those values from 1 to 5. For my function of mapped pin, basically that is used to turn on or off the LEDs in your requested segment. So I have a switch statement for mapped pin in 5 unique cases. Case 1 is the lowest light level, all 4 LEDs off. Case 2 is the second lowest, so it's just 1 LED on, 3 has 2 LEDs on, and so forth, until every LED is on. After that, I draw on the screen the value from 1 to 5 that map pin is currently reading at, out of 5. So if this was at 2, it draws 2/5 of the screen. I also am printing to serial so that I can constantly monitor in a little more detail. You can see that here. I'm currently lifting and lowering the photocell above the table. That's the object I use to partially block light. This is it. I will see you in the next video I record, which is Project 8, and I'll update you on what changes I make to the code. Alright, editing in the video of it functioning now. Have a good day.